All right, Bears fans, let's dive into the latest developments surrounding our Chicago Bears as we head into the critical stretch of the season. The team has officially clinched a playoff berth, a sight that never gets old for this fan base. Seeing that little X next to the Bears' name is a testament to the hard work, dedication, and resilience that this squad has displayed throughout the season. They've been navigating injuries, tough matchups, and moments of doubt, but here they are, in prime position as the postseason approaches. Now, while the playoff spot is secured, the exact seeding and path through the playoffs remain very much in play, and the scenarios are intriguing. Right now, the Bears are chasing the Seahawks for the top seed in the NFC. The Rams, Eagles, and technically the 49ers are still within striking distance, although the 49ers' position is fragile and depends heavily on head-to-head results. If the Bears can beat San Francisco this week, they knock the 49ers out of contention, which would be a huge boost for the team's postseason prospects. Their final two games, against San Francisco and Detroit, are crucial. Both present unique challenges, but the Bears have advantages as well, particularly in terms of rest compared to their opponents. While San Francisco will play Indianapolis before facing the Bears, Chicago will have 2 extra days of rest heading into that matchup, which could be a subtle yet meaningful edge. Detroit, on the other hand, has struggled recently, and while last year's matchup ended in a blowout, this iteration of the Lions is a very different team. Winning both games would almost certainly secure the #1 seed for the Bears, assuming Seattle drops at least one of their final 2 contests. Even if the Bears split their final 2 games, there remains a sliver of hope for top seeding, depending on the outcomes of Seattle, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles, though those scenarios are unlikely. Securing at least the 2 seed is a realistic and achievable target, and doing so would solidify home field advantage for at least the first round of the playoffs. Beyond the team's positioning, individual performances have been noteworthy. Caleb Williams, while perhaps unlikely to reach 4,000 passing yards this season, continues to demonstrate remarkable growth and poise. At this stage, he's thrown for just over 3,400 yards, and while averaging 300 yards per game over the final 2 weeks would be a stretch, there's potential, especially with the matchups ahead. San Francisco's pass rush is not particularly dominant, giving opportunities for aerial success, while Detroit's defense has been porous enough to allow for substantial production. Soldier Field's weather conditions could factor into these plans, and coaches may opt to rest certain players in Week 18 to preserve health for the playoffs. Even if Williams falls short of 4,000 yards, the groundwork for an elite passing season next year is being laid as he continues to refine mechanics, decision-making, and timing with his receivers. The single-season Bears record of 3,838 yards is within reach if Williams can maintain consistent production, averaging roughly 220 yards per game over the remaining contests. Evaluating his season, it's clear he deserves high marks. Navigating a new offensive system under Ben Johnson, learning to handle under-center snaps, play action, and downfield reads, Williams has exhibited growth and maturity, compiling a 23-6 touchdown-to-interception ratio that underscores his progress. Footwork and timing remain areas for fine-tuning, but the trajectory is promising, and his confidence with receivers like Jody Walker has been evident in critical game moments. Walker, in particular, has shown an ability to impact games as a rookie, with plays that keep drives alive and bolster the offense's rhythm. His contributions complement other key players, such as DeAndre Swift, who is approaching 1,000 rushing yards on the season. Swift's performance, averaging 4.9 yards per carry, has been outstanding, and he has overcome minor injuries to remain a consistent contributor. The offensive line and scheme adjustments under Ben Johnson have enhanced his production, but Swift's resilience and skill have been central to the Bears' offensive success. Meanwhile, questions around Caleb Williams' supporting cast and the health of other key contributors remain important considerations as the Bears navigate this final stretch. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's status is cautiously optimistic, with indications that his ACL is intact, though hyperextensions or MCL strains could limit his availability. How the coaching staff manages snaps for players like Jalen Johnson Tyreek Stevenson, and Nick McLeod at nickel positions could impact defensive schemes and rotations. The approach to injured players such as Rome Adden and Luther Burden, who face stress fractures and ankle injuries respectively, may involve resting them to ensure availability for the postseason, balancing immediate game needs with long-term playoff ambitions. Coach Ben Johnson's situational decisions have been generally solid, though moments of creative play calling, like a 4th and short attempt, have raised questions among fans and analysts. While creativity and trick plays are valuable, timing and context matter, and these moments provide opportunities for learning and adjustment. Fans and analysts alike have noted that while Johnson's offensive ingenuity has transformed the franchise, there are still fine margins where improvements can be made to optimize game outcomes. Looking at broader league context, rival teams, such as the Packers, and their quarterback situations add layers of intrigue. Injuries to key players, like Jordan Love entering concussion protocol and Malik Willis with shoulder concerns, could influence outcomes that directly impact the Bears' playoff positioning. If Green Bay were to lose critical matchups, the Bears could clinch the division earlier than anticipated, shifting strategic decisions regarding resting starters or pushing for top seeding. This interconnected web of scenarios highlights the delicate balance and stakes as the season approaches its conclusion. In all, the Bears are navigating a complex mix of playoff positioning, player health, individual milestones, and strategic decisions. Each game, each play, and each personnel decision carries weight, shaping the team's trajectory and postseason prospects. The combination of strong individual performances, strategic coaching, and favorable outcomes in key matchups sets the stage for a compelling finish to the regular season. Fans should keep a close eye on how the final 2 games unfold, not only for immediate results, but for the longer-term implications on seeding, playoff matchups, and individual player achievements. With a mixture of promise, uncertainty, and a drive to finish strong, the Bears' narrative entering the playoffs is rich with potential storylines, key performances, and pivotal moments that could define the season. The excitement builds as every snap, every decision, and every yard gained or lost contributes to the unfolding drama of Chicago's pursuit of postseason glory. As we move deeper into the discussion of the Chicago Bears season, the playoff landscape and individual storylines continue to dominate the narrative. The team's positioning in the NFC has created a fascinating series of possibilities, and every matchup from now until the end of the regular season carries weight beyond the immediate win or loss. With the Bears having clinched a playoff berth, attention shifts toward securing the best possible seeding, which not only impacts home field advantage, but also influences potential matchups against other top NFC contenders. The Bears' final 2 games, against San Francisco and Detroit, will likely determine whether they secure the coveted number 1 seed or settle for a strong 2 or 3 seed. Winning out keeps the number 1 seed very much within reach, particularly if Seattle drops at least one of their remaining games. A scenario in which the Bears take care of business while Seattle stumbles would position Chicago to have the highest probability of advancing deep into the postseason, leveraging both the team's momentum and home field advantages. San Francisco represents a significant challenge. Despite some vulnerabilities in their pass rush, the 49ers have consistently shown an ability to make key plays in critical moments. The Bears will need to be disciplined offensively, managing the clock efficiently, and protecting Caleb Williams while also creating opportunities to move the ball through both the air and the ground. DeAndre Swift's contributions remain central to this strategy, as his ability to consistently gain yards after contact and exploit gaps in the defensive line can keep defenses honest and open up passing lanes for Williams. Weather and field conditions at Soldier Field could also play a factor, particularly against Detroit. While the Lions have struggled in recent weeks, home field advantage in Chicago often presents a different level of intensity and energy, particularly with fans eager to see playoff-ready football. Strategic decisions on player usage, particularly around those recovering from injuries, will play a critical role in these matchups. C.J. Gardner-Johnson's health remains a key variable. While indications suggest his ACL is intact, limiting snaps or providing rest could ensure his availability and impact for the playoffs. Likewise, balancing minutes for players like Jalen Johnson and Tyreek Stevenson at nickel positions could provide depth, allow for defensive flexibility, and help manage fatigue over the remaining regular season and into postseason play. For the offense, Caleb Williams continues to improve with each game. His decision-making, footwork, and ability to read defenses have evolved significantly over the course of the season. While reaching 4,000 passing yards may be ambitious given the remaining schedule and potential resting of players, his overall development is encouraging and bodes well for future seasons. The chemistry with receivers like Jody Walker is strengthening, with key completions in clutch moments illustrating the trust between quarterback and receiver. Walker, in particular, has proven to be a playmaker, capable of turning critical situations into sustained drives, demonstrating the kind of reliability that can be pivotal in postseason games. DeAndre Swift's near 1,000-yard rushing season exemplifies both individual skill and effective offensive coordination. His ability to navigate defenses, exploit blocking schemes, and maintain consistent yardage underlines the importance of a balanced attack, which allows Williams to operate in multiple dimensions rather than relying solely on passing success. Coach Ben Johnson's influence cannot be understated. His innovative approach to offensive play calling has transformed the team's capabilities, introducing a blend of creativity and discipline that has allowed the Bears to maximize their potential. While certain situational calls, such as a 4th and short early in a game, have raised questions, the overall impact of his system has been overwhelmingly positive. The ability to integrate trick plays and creative options while maintaining fundamental execution provides a strategic edge that could prove decisive in playoff scenarios. Monitoring opposing teams is equally critical as the Bears navigate this final stretch. The Packers' quarterback uncertainties, with Jordan Love in concussion protocol, create a ripple effect in playoff implications. Should Green Bay falter, the Bears' path to securing the division could be accelerated, potentially allowing strategic rest for key players without sacrificing seeding. Similarly, injuries to other NFC contenders, such as Malik Willis, create additional variables that could affect playoff matchups and seeding. The interplay of wins, losses, and player availability across multiple teams adds layers of complexity and excitement as the season concludes. Within this landscape, player development stories remain compelling. Caleb Williams, despite being a first-year starter in a new offensive system, has shown marked improvement, learning to navigate complex defensive schemes, handle pre-snap adjustments, and make accurate throws under pressure. His progression is not only measurable in statistics, but evident in the confidence he exhibits on the field, particularly in high-pressure situations. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A storm may be brewing in the heart of the Bears' locker room. Sources close to the team claim that running back DeAndre Swift and quarterback Caleb Williams were involved in a heated argument that reportedly escalated beyond a typical locker room disagreement. The confrontation, which allegedly took place behind closed doors, has led team management to take the unusual step of temporarily sidelining both players from team activities. While details of the dispute remain sketchy, insiders suggest tensions have been simmering for weeks. Swift, known for his fiery competitiveness and leadership on the ground, and Williams, whose talent and confidence have turned heads across the league, are both central figures in the team's offensive strategy. Some believe this clash might stem from frustration over play calling, on-field responsibilities, or even clashes of personality. Whatever the cause, the fallout is already making waves among fans and analysts alike, with speculation running rampant about the potential long-term impact on the Bears season. Coaches and front office officials are said to be taking a careful approach, balancing the need for discipline with the imperative to maintain a cohesive locker room. There's talk that the incident could lead to internal mediation sessions or even counseling aimed at bridging the divide between the two stars. Meanwhile, teammates are reportedly divided in their reactions, with some supporting Swift's stance and others siding with Williams, adding an extra layer of complexity to an already tense situation. Sports media circles have been buzzing with rumors about the underlying reasons for the rift. Some insiders hint at disagreements over leadership roles, while others speculate it might be tied to broader frustrations with team performance or offseason dynamics. Regardless of the root cause, the Bears organization faces a delicate balancing act: how to manage the personalities of two of its marquee players without derailing team chemistry. While the saga unfolds, fans are left wondering how long the separation will last and whether the pair will reconcile in time to contribute fully to the team's campaign. One thing is certain: the Bears' locker room drama has injected a new level of intrigue into the season, with every practice and game now carrying the potential for high-stakes tension. For now, the story remains in flux, a volatile mix of talent, ego, and the unspoken pressures of professional football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.